our initial plan A, if you want to say that, was to work with Turkey to get a handle on this problem. And I probably spent most of my time in the first year of my job, including when I was working with General Allen. Most of our time was spent in Ankara because most of the material coming to fuel the ISIS war machine, frankly, was coming across the border from Turkey into Syria. So we clearly identified that one of the things we wanted to do was to work with the Turks, a NATO ally, to control their border. And quite frankly, it was very frustrating because Turkey did not take much action on the border. So we have worked very hard with Turkey in various ways, and nothing has really worked out. And there's a number of reasons for that, quite frankly. I think our interests in Syria in fundamental ways really diverge. And when President Erdogan puts on the table proposals that might look good in concept, every time we send our best people, our best planners to really dig into what can actually we do together, it never really pans out. I'll just give you an example. The opposition groups that Turkey supports, that it would send, for example, into a safe zone, are simply not groups that the United States can really work with. I mean, they are very closely tied with extremist groups. And if you just if you just look at the northern tier of Syria and you just run across what is now the Turkey border, in Idlib province, that's an area that we don't operate in. It is really an area of influence for Turkey. It is really dominated now entirely by groups with ties to al-Qaeda. All the border crossings with Turkey are controlled by al-Qaeda.
Wow.
Very serious problem. It's a very serious problem.
It is. So that's a no, basically. The president did not meet the presidential envoy to Syria.
Yeah, that's right. There is concern about where this is heading. And I think particularly our allies in Europe that were prime targets for ISIS. And, the attacks in Paris left 130 civilians dead in the streets of Paris. Those attacks came directly from Syria. They were planned in Raqqa. They were organized in Manbij. They sent a terrorist combat team out through Syria to infiltrate into Paris. The same thing with the Brussels airport attack. So these are very serious threats that were emanating from Syria. And these countries in